A lot of the times, actors lie and say they could, ride a horse or do this or that, or excellent dancers.
The story was adapted in the 80s and now is getting a new version. Which aspects do you believe has gained more significance today?
I don't know that I looked at the book, read the book, fell in love with it. That character just spoke to me immediately. I gravitate to these underdog heroes, people that are unexpected, people that you just, I think you underestimate. And that was part of what I loved about the book. For me to have that weight of producer actor on this was, something that allowed me to just invest even more in a certain way, give that extra, 20, 30%. I don't know what it was, but it was a different gear shift that I think you'll feel and resonates with the film and the audience, hopefully.
The title in English is The Amateur. Is there something that you did in the first time in the screen for this film that made you feel a little bit like an amateur, but you ended up doing it well?
It's interesting. I did, I'm gonna name drop, so watch your feet. One of my first big jobs was The Pacific, the miniseries that was produced by Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg, and they put us through a boot camp. There was a sense of me being able to halfway through that discover that I had some strength in me I didn't know I initially was aware of. I think that's exactly what happens for this character in the film. He's dealt with some incredible grief, extreme loss, and when people aren't held to account, he finds this determination that I think we all somehow have deep inside. So I've never thought about whether I could do something. It's this idea of, I think we're all capable of quite a bit when we allow ourselves to feel that or reach that, or circumstances. I think this film perhaps gives us a sense of hope and the ability to do just that.
Your characters managed to convince the CIA to comply with his wishes. If you could persuade them to do anything, what would it be?
I don't know if I could persuade anybody, but I'm a seeker of truth and justice, and I think that's what Charlie Heller is in the film. He wants a sense of justice. He wants accountability. He wants people to do their job, the job that is intended sometimes to, hopefully protect us. That's it. He has a sense of integrity that is at his moral core, and I kept going back to that as an actor, saying, where is this person's moral center? And lead with that.
And the film has this physical aspect involving an intense training. You're actually learning along with the character, or have to tone it down because you have more abilities?
It's funny, as an actor, we get thrown in these situations where, again, with the Pacific, I probably could still fire a 60 millimeter mortar from the 1940s, or fire a M1 Garand, or a Tommy gun. There are things you get trained that you never would expect from this industry. And a lot of the times, actors lie and say they could, ride a horse or do this or that, or excellent dancers. On Bohemian Rhapsody, I told them I'm not a great singer or dancer, but you put the work in and you learn. This was a learning experience for me in, such an immediate way. Learned a lot about the CIA, learned a lot about that type of training, and learned a lot about what we're all capable of when we're dealing with grief and when we're dealing with, again, injustice. It just makes you feel, whether it's acting or not, that we're all capable of doing things, whether we're pushed to a limit or not. It exists inside of all of us.